Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. Today's video, we're going to be talking about something that's surprisingly common on ships that people don't think about, and those are buttons. So these buttons that we have here in the collection are from a variety of events. This one is from the ship's commissioning, 28 December 1982. So this is the 1980s commissioning, obviously. And we've seen buttons like this for the various commissionings worn as a way to get access to the shipyard. So it seems like they were handed out when you showed up and said, hey, I'm here for this, or possibly they were mailed out with the invitations as something that you're supposed to wear. It may have depended by year. These buttons, welcome home USS New Jersey from Westpac 86, probably handed out or bought by the family members waiting at the pier. And then here's one with the ship's logo that says, "The Big J is my ship." Again, it's the 80s crest. So we know all these are from the 1980s. And it's interesting, this is specifically identifying that they are from Big J. I don't know if this was from some working party where you needed to identify the different types of sailors, or if it was something you could buy in the ship's store just because you had pride in your ship. But here we're seeing several different examples of buttons from the 80s. Buttons during World War II were also a common thing that we just found information for. Battleship Alabama has a really great display where they show buttons that their crew members were supposed to wear on board the ship. And they've got the original buttons because the crew left them on board when they left the ship. So when they inherited the ship to open her as a museum, they were all there, ready to be issued straight out of mothballs to the new crew. I always assumed that for a lack of evidence, these buttons were a purely Alabama thing. However, for the first time ever, we've had somebody reach out to ask about these types of buttons, and they specifically say New Jersey. So check out this picture that they sent us to identify. It is a completely different style of button than the ones we see on Alabama, but the same idea behind it. The battleships are large ships. They have large crews, and many of these crews are non-rates, just strong backs and weak minds that you can throw at a problem, and they'll gain experience so that they can then get their ratings and be sent to other ships later on. So a large proportion of these ships' companies had never served on a ship before, or had only served for a couple of years in wartime. So, to help organize them, buttons were issued that had both the division they were supposed to be in and which of the 3 watch sections they were supposed to be in. And it seems like these buttons follow the traditional Army system where you've got a circle, a square, and a triangle for the various parts of a division. And then or alternatively, you can see Alabama's has circle, triangle, or squares. New Jersey's come in 3 different colors, red, white, or blue, which is another way you can do this. And this goes all the way back to when divisions were field armies that had the flags that were different colors. So the Corps commander could sit there and be like, okay, that's the 1st Brigade of the 5th Division and whatnot, based on the colors and the shapes on the flag. My Civil War buffs know what we're talking about here. So it seems like the Navy has taken those and put them on here. And it's interesting that the ones on Alabama are a little bit different from New Jersey's. First of all, New Jersey's actually have the ship's name on them. And second of all, they use the color code system instead of the shape code system. They also, notice at the center, it's got the division. For example, the number 1 is 1st Division, that's turret number 1. EX is the Executive Division. A is the Auxiliary Machinery Division. So those represent the different divisions. Check out the list of Alabama's where they've got different colors and things like that, along with the number on them to show divisions. I suspect the different colors are for departments on Alabama's. The gunnery departments all seem to be red. Engineering all seems to be white, etc. I'm not sure what the number at the top of the New Jersey buttons means. That goes all the way up to 7 on this set of buttons that are shown. But we've only just found out about these, so we've only just started researching them, and it's really cool. I The gentleman who sent us this picture said that his dad worked in the captain's office, which makes sense why most of the buttons are executive division. It seems like he has collected these. Maybe they were ones he was issued as he got transferred around, or maybe he was able to get them from other sailors. It makes you wonder if when New Jersey was first mothballed in '48, if all of her buttons were left on board and then disposed of in the '50s because that tradition didn't exist anymore. I am only aware of this from a handful of cases from World War II. We've showed some pictures on this video. Those are all from Alabama's collections. My counterpart down at Alabama was able to send us some pictures that they have of those buttons being worn. I've yet to notice them on New Jersey sailors, but at the same time I haven't looked for them. Would you buy replicas of these if we sold them in the gift shop? Let us know in the comments section down below. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State, also from a number of other businesses and private individuals like yourselves. We really appreciate your support. There's a link in the description below if you'd like to continue donating to support the museum. You can also support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing so more people find about us in the channel. It gives us the chance to go around and do research and cool things like this. Thanks for watching.